Good morning. How are you this morning? Can you hear me? You could leave an F in the chat, but there's no one here to chat with me. So, I did turn on subscriber only chat because I'm kind of tired of the Russian spam, and I can't moderate the chat by myself. So I don't expect many comments today. If I do any comments, then thanks. I had some people watch some videos last night on the site on YouTube. Thank you. Now, if you just subscribe, that'd be even better. But it's weird. They talk about it's a boomer concept to worry about subscribers because what you really want is views on your videos. You make more money on views than you do subscribers. And I agree with that, but you can't be monetized without 1,000 subscribers. So you have to have subscribers. And so like I'm sitting at 54. It's funny, like there's these videos on YouTube. It's like waking up to no subscribers, do this, do that. And I look at my subscribers and I don't wake up to a lot of subscribers. I get one like every week or so. And at that rate, I'll be like 90 before I get any. I mean, I don't want to like right now. I mean, the goal is to be monetized just because then it's kind of off of my thoughts. The subscription thing is weird though on YouTube, especially from my perspective. And here's the perspective. When I watch YouTube, do I give deference to the people that I've subscribed to? Yes, but what I've noticed on YouTube is my desire to watch channels changes over time, and I haven't done anything on this on my stuff to try and keep that from happening. But I did want to go over so one guy, he builds race cars. This is what happened, to the people that I got rid of. So one guy builds race cars, and then he was supposed to build a jet car, and then he didn't. So I was like, and then he hired this guy from a different channel that I didn't like, and now I don't watch any of his stuff. So I unsubscribed. Not out of like anger or animosity or I'm just done with it. Another guy just uses his channel to just sell, and I mean, if everything you watch, I mean, I know this sounds weird, but if everything you watch is one big commercial for something, I'm not really that interested. I'm not proud of that. And then I subscribe to channels and I don't watch anything from them because it's not interesting. But maybe it will be down the road. The problem is the way the algorithm seems to work, at least for the suggested videos for me, is, if I've watched a video recently, they'll show me like 4 other ones from that same channel. But if I haven't watched in a while, they don't recommend it. And then I have to go in the subscription spot to find it. And by that time, I must be really bored. My channel is fascinating because, as you know, my impressions are pretty terrible. I was running 100 and 200 impressions, even though I was putting out 2 videos a day, 1 live stream and one podcast episode. I mean, 100 impressions on all of YouTube. Now, is YouTube really, really, really challenging now? Yes. It's tough, for me at least. But I'm in a weird space. But what I wanted to say about the impressions is they've gotten better. They've gotten better this week. Now, is that seasonal? I don't know. But on my channel, one of the things they say about YouTube is you're supposed to be you're supposed to be in a small channel, narrowing it down to a very, very small niche. So like I should be like, instead of talking about real estate in general, I should be talking about home buying, like buyer's agency, exclusive buyer's agency. And I should make video after video after video after video after. I should become the person to see on YouTube when you're talking about buyer's agency. But to me, that's just like working in a factory. You know, like when I worked in the plastics factory, the plastic would come out of the machine, you would scrape off the ends and you would put it in the box and you would do it again. And then you do it for the next 6 hours or 7 hours. You had your breaks and maybe 8 hours. I don't remember. It was terrible. But that's the way it was. That's the way it was. I'm not going to do that on my own channel. I feel like I have artistic license. I'm not just going to do one thing all the time. Now, I refuse to believe that people come to my channel just for like buyer's agency advice. Like there's nobody that says, I'm only going to watch your show when you talk about buyer's agency. We're not going to talk anything about listings. We're not going to talk anything about luxury homes. We're not going to talk about anything other than buyer's agency. And I'm just not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. No. Some of you are sneaky and you're like, John, you're just saying the word buyer's agency so that YouTube knows what your channel's about. No, I was using that as an example. I don't know if YouTube's helping me or not. And one of the thoughts that I had the other night, you know, we talk about how social media is so powerful, but I have had so little success across all social media platforms for years. And you say, well, you got to hire somebody and then it'll be successful. And it's like, well, yeah, I got to hire somebody, but I don't know that I don't know that it's going to get that much better. And so I did start a new endeavor earlier in the week on social media. Basically just showcasing homes. I found that on my Deerwood Realty Twitter page, nobody seems to want to see listings, which I find weird, but anyway, so that's what I've been messing with now. I haven't gotten back to it in a couple of days, and I don't know how successful it'll end up being. If it's anything like what I normally do, it's probably not going to be that great, but I wanted to try it. But on that platform, on this, do you think that there should be, like, I'm just going to try and put this out here the best way I can. I don't know that I'm being throttled. Okay. Like, I'm a small channel and I talk about some topics that, unless you're buying or selling a home, for the most part, you're probably not interested in. So there's that. And then I don't have any like really, really controversial opinions. I don't think. Can't stand the government because it's just a rotten institution. But I don't think that's really controversial in this day and age if you can't see how the government is corrupt. On you, I guess. So that's my most controversial position. And it's not one that's going to bring in views. I don't have like a political bent. I don't think you can frame me as one-sided. So I'm in this space, and I don't think I'm being throttled on YouTube. I don't think I'm being throttled. I also don't think I'm being promoted. If you want to talk about real estate on YouTube, I suspect there's plenty of other channels that are being recommended ahead of mine. Maybe with better production values. But as you know, I actually do the business, and I literally, and what do you want me to do? I only have so much time in a day. There's only one of me. You know, and hiring someone when you're not making any money on a video doesn't make any sense. That's my thought. But I got to thinking about like Twitter and Facebook and the algorithms there, and how you could be, Instagram, you could be quote unquote shadow banned. Now, I'm not smug enough to believe that anyone would want to waste their time shadow banning me because I don't have that big of an audience. But should there be something that says that you have a right to know that you're being shadow banned, especially when you're working within like your own business, and you say, well, I'm not, like you could say by yourself, say like, I post pictures of my family on Facebook. It's not a business. I agree with that, but I post pictures. I work on Deerwood Realty's Facebook page, and that's 100% about business. And my Twitter feed for Deerwood Realty is 100% about business. So as an example, let's just say you post a picture of a house on your personal page and it gets 50 impressions. And then I post the same picture in a different galaxy on Twitter from my Deerwood Realty business account, and I get 0, or I get half or a quarter of the views that you did, because there's something in the algorithm that says we're going to rank personal pages higher than we're going to rank business pages. Don't you think that as a subscriber to the service, that you should have some sort of notification that, yeah, we're going to put your stuff down lower. So you're going to have to work harder to get the same results. And even then, it's really not based on your work. It's based on, other factors. Can you will your way to the top of these social media platforms? I don't know. I'm only presenting the question because it seems wrong. Like, let's just be honest, for YouTube, and I'm not saying I'm being throttled. I'm not complaining. But for YouTube, this is my 40th consecutive live stream. That's 40 hours gone of my life. And then my podcast episodes may only take 15 to 20 minutes on average, but they take probably an hour to write out. And you say, well, God, if you're writing out stuff for an hour and it turns out like that, you're terrible. I do what I can. So, if I got probably more than, and then I got an hour in editing every day, just rendering the videos and podcasts. I probably got 4 hours a day in this stuff. If there is a desire to throttle stuff, shouldn't that be explained? Just put it in a different perspective. Let's just say you want to paint your house. Okay, you physically painting the house, that takes time, but you have a result. May not be a great result, but it's your result. How is that different than social? It'd be the equivalent of you're painting and someone's coming behind you and painting it back the same color it was. That's the equivalent of throttling in the real world. It would be absolutely ludicrous in the real world to do some work and then not get anything for it. Now, I'm in a business where I can work all the time and not make $1. If I don't sell a house, or if I don't help a buyer find a house, I don't make any money. My health insurance is up to $430 a month. It's tough. That's tough. So, what do I do to, retain clients or, acquire clients? Whatever I can. So it's tough, but in the one sense, no one's keeping me from working to be a real estate agent in the real world. Okay, there's no throttling. It's just all competition. Okay, and not fair competition. Don't kid yourself. And I say not fair, not fair meaning there are bigger players in the marketplace. There are better capitalized players in the marketplace. There are familial relationships that are going to beat mine. So, yeah, I did want to say, well, let's finish it up on the. So I would be curious to see what you would put in the chat or put in the comments if you watch the videos later, which I know you guys do. I know you watch my live streams later. It's very interesting. I did set on subscribers only. I don't know if I said it before, but I'm doing that because I just kind of got tired of the bots. And, you know, if you want to subscribe and then wait 5 minutes and tell me I'm an idiot, that's fine. Just say subscribed. I don't care about, like I said, I care about subscribers up to 1,000. It'd feel good on my ego if I had a lot of subscribers. But views is what matters on YouTube. And so, you know, let's try to make compelling videos that people would actually watch. My idea. So then I had this thought and I lost it. But I would say that tomorrow we will have a live stream at 9. Oh, that was it. So I have a shadow account. I have an account that I use to watch my channel because, I mean, I don't think it's sneaky. I can't, as Deerwood Realty on YouTube, I can't see my stuff as a subscriber. So I don't know what's going on. Like, I don't know how you see the videos. I don't know where you see the videos and stuff like that. So I have a separate account that I use, and I can see what's going on. And, you know, I scheduled a live stream last night at like 6. And on my second account, which you can't see anything that you can't, it's weird. Like, I don't know how to explain that. As a creator, you can't be a subscriber, so you can't tell what it's like to be a subscriber. So they kind of force you to be a second account. So my second account, I looked, nowhere on YouTube did it. I mean, even the channel that I used to watch, Deerwood Realty and Friends, wasn't showing that I had a live stream today at 9. And that doesn't mean, like, a lot of people say click the notification bell so that you know something comes up and stuff. I don't particularly care about that. Although I know one person that does have me on notifications, and I know they watch my videos like as soon as I put them out, which is cool. I wanted to address something that came up yesterday. I was reading through real estate articles as I tend to do, and I had within the past maybe week or so, I had written up a wonderful podcast episode about buyer's remorse and avoiding buyer's remorse. I don't remember the exact length of time it was, but I wrote it myself. And then come to see yesterday, a bigger company wrote an article, a company which I use their articles all the time for content. So I don't mind if they used mine, but it was really weird to see. They didn't use my stuff. They just pretty much wrote what I had written or summarized it. And so, you know, am I making a difference in the real estate world one day at a time? I'd hope so. There's a lot of stuff here that I just can't stand. I don't like the way things are in the business. I think things can be better. Even needing to create news out of very little stuff. That's kind of one of the fun things. Like today, we're going to have articles that are they're ridiculous. They're ridiculous. But they're in the real estate space, and people use them to get, you know, SEO benefits and things of that nature. For all of you real estate broker owners, and to a lesser extent, real estate agents. I'm sorry, I had to adjust there. What is your web strategy in 2022? Do you just throw thousands of dollars at real estate webmasters and Sierra down there in Tennessee? Do you just throw money at them and say take care of it? And does it do any good? I mean, Realtor.com, Zillow, I think Homes.com got into the game. I don't pay attention to them very much because I just remember them from years ago. But I mean, it seems like, I know Redfin is pretty much, I mean, and then At Properties out of Chicago, they had a web strategy that helped them grow. But I mean, as a local brokerage for, like, say, a Remax, I mean, what are you doing? I mean, have you given up yet, or like what is your strategy? Because I mean, I have my website and I get nothing. No one ever comes to the website, and I spend hours on it. I spend money on it, and still nothing. Now, when I was writing daily blog posts, okay, this was 2 years ago. I could get views to the site, but somebody in Bangladesh looking at my real estate website, it didn't help me very much. Like, great, great. I mean, it wasn't somebody in South County looking to buy a home or sell a home. It was somebody in Bangladesh. And then I had someone argue with me about, the definition of a bathroom. Okay, in St. Louis real estate, and they were in like Minnesota. Again, like, what are you doing? What is your strategy? No one's going to most sites locally, filling out their information and looking at your listings. Like, they just go to like Zillow or Realtor.com. Most of my clients nowadays don't even like my my Maris MLS version of the search. They would rather just search it up on Google or search it up on Realtor.com or Zillow and tell me what houses they want to see based on that. And we always talk about real estate technology, real estate technology, real estate technology. There's no real estate technology that is going that can be deployed at the local brokerage level that's going to crush Realtor.com or Zillow. I mean, really. I'm just asking. I have one outfit that I'll tell you two marketing efforts that I found to be not great that other agents are utilizing. One is I have people call me. It's always the same lady. So I don't know if it's fake or not as far as like how it's set up, but lady calls and asks for a name that isn't mine. And they know that going in because they ask for different names every time. And then they say, oh, I'm sorry, I was looking for this person because I was interested in buying this property. And the property address is always wrong too. So like, it's never your house. It's never a house you've listed because they obviously don't really want to work with real estate agents. They're looking for listings. And then the lady says, I'm sorry. The 2 times in a row, I'm sorry. And then the 3rd time they say, well, if you, even though you don't have that property, is there anything else you'd like to sell? And that's where you say, oh yeah, well, I was just thinking about selling my house tomorrow. Okay, great. I'll be in touch. Let me know the address and so that's one way. And then the second way is I'll get texts. Hey, I'm interested in this address, which isn't going to be my address. Yeah, no, I don't. No. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have anything to sell? No. I'm a real estate agent. Yesterday I did yes. And they're like, when can I contact you? And I'm like, well, I'm a real estate agent, so whenever you'd like. And they actually took me off the list, and I didn't even ask. Kind of sad. 24 minutes in, forgot to record. Hit the record button now because I'm proud of myself. At least I remembered at some point in the show. Boy, if I get kicked off of YouTube before I can get my stuff backed up on Odyssey, I'm in trouble. In theory, I guess I should go back and download all the live streams, but that would be kind of hard. And the technology is a little bit wonky. You want to get into some articles? You want to get into some Google Trends? You want to do that? Let's do it. So I just want you to know, like, there's going to be times when there's like political stuff that's not football that gets ranked higher. It's going to be like what I would call, for lack of a better word, race baiting that goes on. That'll get, more searches. But I'm more interested in stuff I don't know about. And it's stuff I don't know about, not so much stuff that you wouldn't know about. because you guys are probably way ahead of everything on me. I literally spend all my time thinking about real estate and how to grow my brokerage. So don't be mad at me for avoiding some of these things that, I mean, I'm not going to get anywhere on these topics. Most people are pretty set in their ways and their thoughts. So I don't feel like that's the way to go. I would much rather just find stuff that I don't know anything about and relay it to you. So that being said, Taco Bell, do you remember Taco Bell? I was, man, when I was a kid, my mom would go get Taco Bell or take me to Taco Bell, like 49-cent tacos. Oh, it was great. I could get 7 tacos or 12 tacos or something. There was a pack, cardboard box. Then in college, it started to get weird. They had in St. Louis, in high school, my senior year, like there was a hepatitis outbreak. So some of the workers at Taco Bell would get hepatitis, and then there would be like 10-cent tacos the next day. And I didn't care about the hepatitis as much as I was going to get 10-cent tacos. So I was like, I mean, that was good. That was good. But as I got older, Taco Bell kind of drifted from me, and it started in college. There was the University of Kansas. I was not at the University of Kansas yet, but at the University of Kansas, there was a football player that tried to get into the Taco Bell after hours or right at closing by crawling through the drive-through window. Now, a football player in the drive-through window is much smaller, so I think he got stuck. It was a big deal. But like in college, there was I didn't have this love for Taco Bell. I drifted. And it's because they were doing different product offerings than just make a good taco. And they say, well, it's an Americanized taco. It's not a real. Well, that's fine. Look, I'm not going to get into the spirit of the taco. What do I know about tacos? They were good and they were cheap. A little chintzy on the cheese at the time. God only knows what they're doing now with cheese. Anyway, so the gordito, was there a gordito? I don't know if maybe I said a foul word there. I'm sorry. Gordita. I don't know. It was like a taco wrapped on what was it? Soft bread taco with cheese in the middle, and then it had a taco in that. I don't know. And then they came out with taco. Then my mom got stuck with the nacho Doritos tacos. That got her. She got excited about that, and so did one of the kids. And then I haven't done Taco Bell. And then they did up at my house in Shrewsbury, they used to have a Taco Bell / Pizza Hut. And so, those didn't really go together. I mean, the pizzas were always kind of iffy. Didn't really like that setup. So now it's just a Taco Bell, which I also don't go to. But all that being said, I'm just trying to explain this is why I don't know anything about Taco Bell anymore, because it's just not in my space. I have no idea what they're doing. But through the magic of Google and 200,000 searches, I can tell you that they're making hot wings. Let's take a look at this. It says chicken winner. Taco Bell adds chicken wings to its menu. Here's how and when to get them. Chicken wings are being rolled out at Taco Bell today, January 6th, but you need to act fast because they're only available for a limited time. The fast food chain, specializing in Mexican fare, and I think people would argue, how Mexican? Anyway, is offering one of America's favorite finger foods. It's weird. It says that wings have been dubbed America's favorite Super Bowl food. Well, is the Super Bowl coming out? Is the national championship game in college football coming up? I don't know. I'm so out of it. Should be the national football or the national championship in football should be Alabama and Georgia. Maybe this weekend or next weekend. I don't know. I don't like the space between. Just play every week and be done with it. Anyway, it says Taco Bell is adding crispy chicken wings to its menu starting January 6th. It will be available at U.S. locations for 1 week. You can only buy them after 2 p.m. It contains 5 bone-in wings and coated with a queso seasoning. It will be served with spicy ranch dipping sauce. An order will cost you $6. So $6 for 5 wings. That's $1 per wing. That's my math. Let me check the chat. By the way, if you want to like get on the chat, like subscribe and then wait 5 minutes to tell me I'm an idiot, tell me I'm an idiot in the chat and then unsubscribe, I guess I'm okay with that. If you're a Russian, porn bot, I'm okay with you waiting. What I was really irritated by with the spam is like, look, you're not even watching. You're just spamming. Like, there's no view count. I need views. I need subscribers, and that's not helping me. So, anyway, Taco Bell, chicken wings. They're known for their chicken wings. There's not enough chicken wing stores out there as it is. It's kind of like real estate. I mean, if you go to a grocery store, you'll run into a real estate agent. It's in St. Louis. It's bad. Too many. Market saturated. Everything I do, the market's saturated. YouTube market's saturated. Real estate market's saturated. Everything's saturated. Just saying. So, I don't know. I didn't leave with the feeling that was the best thing to talk about, the spicy wings. So, I looked up something else. Gamestop plans to launch an NFT marketplace. Well, this is fascinating. So GameStop, I don't know, maybe the early 2000s, everyone bought GameStop. I mean, they went to GameStop. Like, you would go and you would get a game. And I don't know why, like, because I had Amazon, so I was like, I would just get it off of Amazon. But this was kind of pre-Amazon, and it was a community. There was a community. Now, GameStop is in the news, or was in the news maybe last year for the Wall Street bets, and the share price. I mean, it's at 153.59, and it was like I don't know, maybe it was at $12 or something one time. You guys know more than I do about everything, so just yeah. But anyway, I wanted to go over this because the article says, or the headline is, GameStop plans to launch an NFT marketplace. Well, I don't really know what that means. Okay. I sort of know what an NFT is, but it seems like a scam. And don't take, I mean, everyone again, it's just like the metaverse. It's just things that are not where I'm at. Like, you're not forcing me to be on the metaverse. Like, it's not going to happen. I don't want to have goggles on my face all day long. So, make me a bad person? Maybe. Now, 20 years from now, when everybody's on the metaverse and I'm the only one not on the metaverse and I decided to get on the metaverse, like, are people going to sell real estate on the metaverse? Sure. Do I want to be involved in that? No, not really. I mean, I don't know. That's me. Anyway, let's get to this. GameStop plans to launch a marketplace for NFTs, I think, non-fungible tokens for gamers by the end of the year, according to a person familiar with the matter. Now, I do have an MBA, and I don't know that qualifies me to talk about business things I don't know anything about, but GameStop launching a marketplace for NFTs for gamers. I mean, that sentence makes a lot of sense because it wouldn't make any sense for athletes. I mean, like some sort of, or for fashion people. It seems like GameStop's core audience would be gamers. So to me, that seems like it matches. Shares of the beleaguered gamer retailer were up about 20% on Friday, continuing the momentum after hours tech activity that followed Thursday's close. The company, which is in the midst of a turnaround to focus on digital sales rather than brick and mortar shops, is also in talks with crypto and blockchain companies about which tokens could be used on the NFT marketplace. Okay. It's also discussing with partners the potential for creating a number of funds up to $100 million each to invest in NFT content creators and gaming companies. Over the past few months, GameStop has assembled a team of more than 20 people that are focused on the crypto-related push. Wall Street Journal reported that GameStop's earlier reported their plans. And this was kind of where I was at on the GameStop thing. It said, investors have been waiting for months to hear more about GameStop's strategy from Chairman Ryan Cohen, the co-founder of pet supply company Chewy, who joined the board earlier this year with a vision to revive growth. And then it talks about GameStop. It says the Grapevine, Texas-based company suffered in the shift from gaming cartridges to digital downloads and was further battered by COVID pandemic, which shuttered retail shops. I don't know if you can use that excuse on GameStop. I think they were kind of dead in the water because people had moved to digital sales. But it had been championed by retail investors who organized in online forums like Reddit and boosted the stock by almost 700%, despite little fundamental evidence to support the gains. The company had posted years of annual revenue declines. This is just me. If you think that the stock market has anything to do with reality, I don't. So stock going up 700% when nothing's going on with the company isn't weird to me and has nothing to do with fundamental evidence. By the way, this evidence thing, we need to start really, when you say there's no evidence for this and there's no evidence for that and there's no evidence for this, how would you have evidence if no one researched it in the first place or looked at it? I mean, maybe there is evidence to support the gains. There's obviously, I mean, just on this particular case alone, there are gains. There must be some evidence to support it because they happened. The largest market for NFTs, OpenSea, has seen an explosion in sales this year. I don't know anything about this, and it makes me laugh because it sounds impressive. With a monthly sales volume peaking at 3.4 billion in August, up from 96.7 million in February. The company makes money by taking a 2.5% cut of every transaction. Oh, interesting. Realtors are commonly kicked and punched for the idea that you would charge money on a transaction. Seeing this traction, a slew of other NFT marketplaces have sprung up in recent months, hoping to attract users. GameStop already has a stable of millions of loyal gamer fans whom it can direct into its own marketplace. So, that's GameStop. Want to look at some houses? I mean, it's Friday. I'm not really excited for the weekend. I got to show some houses. That's not why I'm not excited. It's just like, it doesn't matter. It's not a different day for me. It's not like I got the weekend off. Let's look at some houses in Nashville, Tennessee. Now, I knew a guy that was going to move to Nashville, and he was, people were always feeling sorry for him, and he was a millionaire. And I really, that was when I first learned the new way to act when you're a millionaire, is that you act like everything's wrong in your life and it's terrible. Meanwhile, you have a beautiful wife, beautiful children. You want for nothing. But you always have to make it about you, and you always have to make it a tragedy. Like, everything that happens in your life is a tragedy, and we should all feel sorry for you while you collect millions. That's what I learned. Maybe I'm wrong. Let's look. So, Nashville, Tennessee. From St. Louis, Missouri, we can go to Nashville in a weekend. Like, that's doable. French King Fine Properties has the top listing. French King Fine Properties has the second highest listing. Partners Real Estate has the third. Tim Thompson Premier Realtors the fourth. Keller Williams the fifth. Viva Properties the sixth. Sotheby's with the seventh. Village. Nope. Have no idea. 8th is Engel and Volkers, Nashville. 9th is by Parks. 10th is Battleground Realty. So can we say that anybody's really, I mean, Parks Realty's got 2 that are in the millions. Is anybody really dominating? Maybe. French King Fine Properties, but I don't know. And I mean, full disclosure, I know nothing about Nashville. Gone there a couple times. Let's take a look at the first house. I like the design. I like the way it's presented. 6 bedrooms, 8.5 baths on a 20,500 square foot home on a 6-acre lot. What are the details? Exquisite in-town estate with unsurpassed quality, superior location, private gated 6 acres bordered by 26 acres of parkland, monumental stone and brick residence of exceptional style, carefully curated with antique and reclaimed architectural appointments, grand public rooms, sumptuous. We don't ever use the word sumptuous, or we don't use it enough. Private suites, outdoor living rooms. I don't know what a loggia is. Loggia. Pool, hot tub, garden, and terraces overlooking expansive lawn and lush landscaping. 3,000 bottle wine cellar, separate guest quarters and apartment, and a 2-stall barn. Okay, let's see the property history. That's helpful. Well, listed for rent for $100,000. Listed. Since 2010, it's been listed. Started at 22.5. What are we at? 14? Everybody makes money in real estate, they say. That's what they say. I've been told that reliably by people. Been on the market 245 days, built in 1999. 3-car garage. 50 pictures, perfect amount of pictures for a $15 million house. You know, this here, I think I've seen this house before. I mean, because it's been on the market for 245 days. And, you know, the next time we see it, it might still be on the market. That's good here. I like that. I would have liked to see some sort of way into the house. And just as a design element, this is not a complaint. I don't know if I'm coming into the house from this direction back here, or if I'm coming in from over here and I'm looking that way. If I am coming from this way and looking that way, then I would prefer that this be a longer space, like the size of this, longer. I mean, when you come into the space, I want you to be able to look way down, you know, way out, and say, oh my God, that's an amazing house. Like if you look and it's just like a wall right there, it's like, why did you do this? Why did you make a grand entrance on a $15 million house that there's no scale? That's nice. I mean, you can set these houses up really nice. I don't know if anybody's living there, but I mean, nobody's lived there. I mean, no, it's been for sale for like, what, 20 years? 1999. Let me see on the property history. No, 2010. So we're looking at 12 years. Okay, of the 50 pictures, I need to see this picture twice. There's the door, I think. So they did do what I think. But I don't know. There's the kitchen. Is it a nice kitchen? Yes, absolutely. This is me picking on things, like as somebody that doesn't have a $15 million house. The brick is nice, but I'd have to clean it, and there'd be like grease and stuff. I would prefer like a regular, backsplash. I mean, this is cool, okay? It almost looks outside when it's inside. I mean, how they did that, okay, how they got that feeling is impressive. I mean, they've got the fireplace, and I mean, really just nice. I mean, beautiful. That fan looks like it's going to run into the thing, but what do I know? I mean, these are not something you would see anymore in lower priced homes. I mean, I'm glad they have a 3,000 bottle wine cellar. I mean, good for them. Nice pool table, probably never been used. I like the use of a drone picture on this. This is a little weird. It's good to see there's cars there. Is this the pool? Will we know in 14 pictures? I guess. There's the automatic pool cleaner. And there's the hot tub. I guess. I love outdoor spaces. I think that in, higher priced properties, even with like right now, I think it's like 10 degrees outside. But we're not going to be spending a lot of time outside, but the point of it is good. It's nice at night. There's your guest house, or no, that's the barn. Just nice. No complaints. No complaints. So would you rather spend $15 million on that or $13 million on this? It's a 6-bedroom, 8.5 bath, 22,000 square foot home on a 5-acre lot. Seems like I'm not trying to, play favorites here. It seems like the better value is this home. It's been on the market through 349 days. 4-car garage. Let's look at the property history. It hasn't been sold since 2016. Oh, 1995. It has literally been on the market since 2014. And no, and I mean this is what happens with luxury real estate. It doesn't sell. If you do ever sell it as an agent, great, you got a good year. But I don't know if people care about you as an agent and your expenses when you list a home like this and it doesn't sell. Like, I don't know if they keep coming back to you or how that works. In my less than $1 million world, not that I want to be less than $1 million, but in my world, if you don't sell a house, especially in a hot market, you get fired. And it doesn't matter how much money you put into the marketing. You get fired. It doesn't matter if it's priced wrong. You still get fired. You get fired no matter what. So, how would I haven't done the research to know if the same brokerage is to keep a listing for 14 years. I don't know. Fully realized dream estate in the heart of Belmead. This extraordinary 5-acre gated property features 22,000 square feet. Greek antebellum revival home with old Carolina brick and adorned with 2-story colonnade. Custom ironwork and limestone balustrades. The breathtaking grand foyer with 3-story elliptical staircase flanked by embassy-sized rooms will surely impress. Pool. I like sumptuous rooms would also impress me. Tennis court, wine cellar, in-law quarters, and so much more. See attached pertinent facts for extensive details. Proof of funds required. You're going to get that in a house that's worth, or according to someone, $13 million. So I like the way the front of the house looks. If I could critique, I would say I'd rather see all of the house in the picture for the first one and less of this. Like, see, now you can see all of the house, but you can see it's cut off. So maybe they tried and they couldn't. It's in the same zip code as that other house. I don't know how close it is. That's cool. It's got, and I'd like to get in the house, please. It's 10 pictures. And that's what I want to see. I want to see, this is the way I want to see when I open. Here's the doors. I've walked in. I can picture myself in this space. I know I'm an old man. I'm telling you, I don't want to go up steps anymore. Is there an elevator? It's a cool house. Let's not pick at it too much. The fact that I could literally live in one of the rooms, just to never have to leave, is pretty impressive. gratuitous piano. And beautiful woodwork. They've killed something and put it on the wall. I don't know if they did it or if they just bought it. Like, you know. But there's a pheasant, I think. Could be a duck. The room we killed stuff in. Room. Man, it's beautiful. I don't know what this is. Like a bar, but really small. I mean, it looks like it's like there's stairs and there's stairs. It looks like, oh, you got to go upstairs? Well, you can rest. Here's a place you can rest for a couple minutes before you go back up the stairs. You know, this house isn't for me, but I don't think they designed it for me either, right? And that's okay. Would I have preferred stainless steel appliances? Probably. I mean, that room, you would see this room in Oakville, except like quarter of the size. But I mean, the same type of paint. Would I get lost in a house of this size? Yes. I mean, look at that. I mean, the staircase is awesome. Showcase it. Now do you have to showcase 14 pictures of it? Not so much. This is kind of cool. Got like a rock feature. This looks a little phallic. I'm just saying. That looks like something right. Oh, that's tennis courts. I was like, is there a main street there and they just put this up? Because that'd be weird. This would be too close to the fireplace for me. Nice house, right? No complaints. You know, I'm going to cut, like, I like the homes in Nashville. I really do. I'd kind of like to go on some articles because I know that I know I'm running out of time. Dare I go back and look at another house? 11.9 on an 8-acre lot. Let's see. Well, let's look. It's 5 bedrooms, 5.5 bath. 202 days on the marketplace. Built in 2001. Only a 3-car garage. I say only because, I mean, and look, it sold in 1998. I mean, it's been listed since 2008. It's only 4 years. And they keep raising the price. Koi Pond. 42 pictures. We're going to fly through this. It's nowhere close to that Bell Mead, it doesn't look like. I don't even think it's in the same zip code. Yeah. I think it's in the same zip code. That looks cool. I don't know if I want this in the front of the house, but again, this isn't for me. I like koi ponds. I like the idea. It's a cool pool. I'll give you that. And it's more like, look at how it's done. Like, see how you can just kind of gradually go in there? It's not like the pools you normally see, or I normally see. I would like to get inside the house at some point. I mean, I'm 16 pictures in. I still haven't gotten in the house for 12 million. Outdoor space, yes, I get it. Can I get in the house, please? Like, what is wrong with the house? It's 21 pictures in. And yes, it's dramatic, but again, I'm not in the house. 22 pictures in, not in the house. 23 pictures in, not in the house. 24 hydrangeas in those. They look nice. Again, it's very, very nice outside. Can I get in the house? 27. Hey, 28 pictures in. There's a big ass horse picture in the center of the non-fireplace, or this is a fireplace. I don't know, but it's kind of obstructing the view of everything. It is a fireplace. Okay. It's a grand fireplace. So like, why would you have this in your kitchen? Doesn't make any sense. Built in 2001 and this is the best they could do for a kitchen? Is that a joke? Where's the dining room? Is that thing outside? No one's eating outside in 20-degree weather. Another picture of the koi pond. I'll be honest with you. This is not the way I would do a listing for this price. Okay, now, the agent may have had issues with the seller. The seller may have wanted it this way. The seller may know better. They've had the house listed since 2018. They're obviously experts. That was sarcasm. It's just how I delivered it. You didn't see it. I'm sorry about that. All right, let's do some articles, hey? I like the architecture in Nashville. Don't get me wrong. Okay, here we go. One of the hard-hitting articles that I like to look at is cleaning your home before selling, 5 surfaces to leave to a professional. And I got to thinking about this, and I was like, well, what would I leave to a professional in my home before I listed it for sale? And I'll be honest with you, I probably wouldn't do anything. I would do it myself. Could I do a better job than a cleaning service? No, those guys, they're fast. They're good. But I think I would do it myself. So let's see, though, 5 surfaces to leave to a professional. Upholstery. Cleaning your upholstery can help get rid of stains, dirt, and even bad smells. However, many cleaning solutions on the market can damage fabrics and leave them discolored or ruined. When you hire a professional to clean instead, they'll use gentle yet effective cleaning solutions that will refresh your upholstery beautifully. I was telling you about that house where they had the big dog. He was in the basement on a couch. That was his favorite place to hang out, and the couch smelled like death. I don't feel like any amount of professional cleaning would have fixed that couch. It's just disgusting. Number 2, stone. If the stone in your home, such as the granite or mortar on your countertops, is beginning to look worn, then hiring a professional is a great way to go. Time-tested cleaning solutions and techniques to carefully clean and seal your surfaces so they resort to their natural beauty once again. The equipment that professionals have is expensive and difficult to find, so you'll be saving money by hiring someone instead of taking on the job yourself. What's even better is the fact that the professionals will do all the work so you can avoid the physical distress that can come with a large stone cleaning job. Yeah, I don't know. Professional tile and grout cleaning can get rid of deep down stains and even make your grout look like new again. While you could try to do this on your own, it would take hours of backbreaking work, and it's unlikely you'd end up with results that would mimic those of a professional. My tile in my bathroom is so bad that I just want to rip out the entire thing and start over. But when do I have time to do that? Windows. I agree. Windows should be cleaned by a professional before you list a property. It doesn't cost that much. And the results are unbelievable. anyone that says, hey, John, what should I do when I list my house for sale? Get the windows clean and then say, okay, well, I'll get some. No. Call someone and get it done. You say, do you know anybody? Yes. Fill it all clean. I'll do a fantastic job. Although it's kind of cold, I don't want them to be out there today. Wood floors. Yeah, wood floors, there's something to professional cleaning the wood floors. If they're too far gone, don't worry about it. Too far gone, don't worry about a professional cleaner. Just get out of the house, move on down the road. It's not going to be a selling point, okay? Wood floors are a selling point over carpet, but if they're destroyed, there's no point. Just going through some email real quick, some listings that came up. Okay, let's get back to it. Let's do one more article. Thinking of waiting out the housing market, non-buyers regret sitting on the sidelines. So do home buyers regret not getting out there and buying a house before the market went up? Well, I have some buyers that right now are like, we should have sold this thing like 3 years ago and bought a new house. They should have. But they didn't. And so now you deal with it. Okay? No one knew the market was going to be like it is. No one knew. As home prices spiked during the pandemic, some people decided to put their home on the shopping on pause in the hopes that price might drop, a decision they're coming to regret. Now, a year and a half into record price growth and dwindling inventory, non-buyers are stuck in a precarious situation. They want to buy, but they're facing higher property prices than they did when they first started searching, and they're finding themselves at the risk of being priced out of the real estate market. Nowhere is this more true than South Florida. Well, I think it's true everywhere across the United States. They feel like they made a mistake at some point, and they feel Like they can't catch up because the market is so ahead of them, they can't get back in. I don't know about that. Allie and her husband Steve were among those who were trying to decide to wait it out, the real estate market, after they started looking at homes in 2020. Now, we've read articles and we've seen articles that say, thank God my agent told me to get out of the marketplace because we just weren't going to find something that we wanted. You know, when there's limited inventory, you know, even if you do see something, why are you paying a premium for something you don't really want? I mean, I don't mind people getting out of the market. I don't have any regrets. Try to go through life with as few regrets as possible. They put their search on pause a month after shopping, which were they really like, you know, a month? In this market, 6 months, you know, that'd be about the amount of time you need to go find a house. Thinking it was likely that home prices would start to lower towards the end of the year. But why would they lower towards the end of the year? It would have to be a result of the interest rates going up or that every buyer in the world found their house. We assume that with the new year and the election ending, we would start to see things level out and they would come back down to where they were. Instead, home prices kept rising, further pushing the couple out of the housing market. Also, inflation, significant inflation has caused all kinds of issues and will continue to cause issues, in my opinion, going forward. They're looking for a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home in the $250 to $300 range, but as prices have continued to climb, they've expanded their search beyond Palm Beach County, farther north to Port St. Lucie. They are exploring new construction homes and considering that they may have to up their budget a little bit. We never anticipated it would be almost 2022 and there's still nothing for us to move into that's affordable. Well, your definition of affordable and somebody else's definition of affordable are two different things. That's why I don't like the word affordable housing. Like, if you have a house in San Francisco and the average price is $1 million and someone builds a house for $700,000, is that an affordable house in that market? It's not affordable for me. A $1 million house wasn't affordable for me. House prices jumped, no slowdown in sight. Home prices skyrocketed in South Florida during the pandemic as intense demand from out-of-state buyers dovetailed with historically low inventory to create an intense seller's market where buyers were often faced with paying over asking price and losing out in bidding wars. It's happened everywhere. Market where it's common for buyers to lose out and face multiple bidding wars, it can cause home shoppers. And you know, this terminology of a shopper, home shopper, we don't really talk that way. To get discouraged and more hesitant to buy, explained this man, a principal agent with this office. I've had buyers regret waiting more recently, given that the market hasn't slowed down like they thought it would by now. Well, and, you know, so if you would have bought a house, you know, 2 years ago during the middle of the pandemic or the beginning of the pandemic, there were things going on there that were causing it to look like it was a stronger market that there was, in the sense that like our showing and our scheduling stuff wouldn't allow overlapping showings and wouldn't allow, what would end up happening is you couldn't get a showing before the house went up, you know, that sold because of the way it was set up. When if you really wanted to, you would just go to the house anyway, like schedule an appointment and go, even if it's showing that's not available. Not the easiest thing to do, but do what you need to do to get a house sold for your buyers, or, you know, get a house for your buyers. That's not the case anymore. I can almost always get a showing for a house. I've had buyers regret waiting more recently, given the market hasn't slowed down like they thought it would by now. But even if the market slows down, you have to see a corresponding price decrease in homes. I don't know. This one fellow said that about 30 to 40% of his clients in the last year ended up trying to wait out the housing market. Many were wary of buying in the spring or even last summer as they watched prices skyrocket, only to see them rise even more as the year comes to a close. The overall sentiment is that they made a mistake in trying to wait out the market. But you know what? You made a prediction and it didn't work out. You know, when you do buy a house and the price goes down, will you have also made a mistake? I mean, timing the market is tough. You know, would I buy a house right now? Yeah. I mean, if I needed to, because how much equity would I get in the home? Like I said, was starting to say is you buy a house 2 years ago, the price is probably raised $20,000, $30,000 on a $300,000 house. And then you've got a great low mortgage, low rate, fixed, and What are you complaining about? I mean, you've got it all. You've got it set. People now, not so much. But again, if you need, by the way, and you've had a home and you weren't paying rent. So you should be, in theory, building some equity, although not that much in the first 2 years. You're getting equity because the house is, you could sell it for more. But anyway. Now, as they begin to look again, buyers say they agree with homes that are $100,000 more expensive. As a result, they're looking in different markets, or looking like Southwest Florida or more affordable markets. Here in St. Louis, that's always been the case. When one market gets overheated, people will move. He himself was looking at a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom home in January, listed around $410,000. Decided to wait, went back to the house in April. It was priced at $480,000 and was able to get it for $450,000. That's bizarre, this paragraph. February 2021, the median sale of a home in Miami-Dade County was $450,000, a 21% increase from the year before. For Broward County, median price of a home was $433,000. The median sale price home was $450,000 in Palm Beach County. Now, I don't know anything about Palm Beach County, but these people were looking for a home for $250,000 to $300,000 in Palm Beach. And the median sale price of the home was $433,000, and it rose to $450,000. So I mean, that house is going to be dicey at $250,000 to $300,000. Flash forward to 2021, Palm Beach County is $500,000 in October. So I mean, even more dicey at $250,000 to $300,000. I've had buyers come in and ask me, with these high prices, you think we should sit back and wait? I tell them that no one can predict the market or if the changes, said Christina Tokar. I've talked to this woman. We have had a conversation. I referred her a client one time, and then the client didn't use her. Christina Tokar. I will not forget it. Good for her for getting her name in the article. Here's another shopper who decided to put her search on pause, helps the market would stabilize. I'm kicking myself. Started looking at home from $300,000 to $350,000, but discovered the properties were below the quality she was hoping for. A year later, the same neighborhood she was once looking had prices jump almost $100,000. I got priced out of buying. I really should have bought something because now property's worth so much more. I feel like I'm going to have to leave Florida. How are you going to do that? What kind of job do you have that you can leave Florida? Where are you going to go? It's better than Florida right now. I'm just asking. She also added that she feared purchasing a home when the market was at its peak in case there was a crash later. Housing crash of 2007 is still fresh in a lot of potential buyers' minds. Potentially one of the reasons why they're trying to wait at the housing market. The forces fueling the housing market are different. Don't do that. That's not the right thing to say. We had excess of supply last time. We don't have any this time. If you don't have excess supply, it's hard for the market to correct in a significant way. He does not see dramatic bust in our future. Out-of-state home shopper. His wife and 2 daughters are making the move from New Jersey to Broward County, looking for a home that's around 4,500 square feet with a minimum of 4 bedrooms. When we searched previously, the community in Davie, the price were around $1.2 million, and now 4 months later, prices are hitting 1.6, prompting him and his family to consider renting or waiting out the market. Everything is overpriced. I'm not sure when there will be a correction or when the prices will stabilize. I don't know what that means. When the prices will stabilize? What about be stagnant? What do you think? I don't know. Am I feeling the Friday, hey, it's Friday? Kind of, I'm feeling a little better. The chat helped. The chat being no one. That was sarcasm again. Well, it's going to be a good weekend. We're going to be able to talk about what we saw at our showing, do's and don'ts. I'll be here tomorrow at 9. Why don't you come with me? And I'll leave it at that. Thank you for watching. And I know you guys watch later on. And so when you do, hey, hope I did a good episode. Let me know in the comment section. I'm going to write something just so that, so I'm here. So